Can you hear that? See if you listen really carefully, you can hear the sound of a bottle crashing near Ibrox. Yes, we've been looking for some sort of boost to our season for weeks and weeks. It's not really arrived yet, but our good old friends across the city may just have given it last night. We're going to chat about that on today's video and the consequences it could have for this season, 10 in a row, all that kind of thing. But first, a couple of wee bits of housekeeping to do. The first bit is that if you're into 4K HD kind of quality video, and then you may notice the stream quality or the video quality on this very video is a bit different to previous ones I've done. Now, have a wee look in our previous videos, you'll be giving me extra views as well, and just compare it to this current one. The reason is that thanks to you guys and girls subscribing to the channel, helping us boost the revenue, all that kind of thing, we've been able to spend a little bit of money, and for the good of the channel and for the good of you guys and girls' viewing pleasure, we have purchased a new camera. It's excellent, it looks brilliant. I've got a brand new light up there as well that's kind of blinding me a little bit. But it just means that we're taking the channel to the next level. That's what we've done for you. What can you do for me? Now, you may have heard already this week that we're aiming to get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. It's an ambitious target from my boss. Hang on and I'll give you a quick kind of latest update. This is at the time of recording, which is 10:45 on Thursday morning. We're at 8,709. So if I do some quick maths, I believe that's 1,291 to go in, what, about 15 days, 14 days, something like that. Go on. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, help me out, subscribe, click the alarm bell as well so that you get a notification every single time we go live. You'll make me happy, but even more than that, you'll make my boss happy. And no, I'm not telling you who my boss is. But yes, Rangers, thanks lads. You just know Steven Gerrard and trophies don't go. They had their perfect chance to net their first trophy under Steven Gerrard. We crashed out. It was basically a gimme for them, the tournament, and wouldn't you just know it, they bottled it last night against St Mirren. 3-2 it finished to the glorious Buddies. Former Celtic player as the Buddies manager, putting Rangers out the cup. You just simply love to see it. Now, this is a Celtic channel. This video isn't designed with the intention of laughing at Rangers. Well, totally, at least. We're going to have a wee laugh, but equally, we're going to look at Celtic and we're going to look at the actual benefits that last night have given us in terms of 10 in a row. I've seen loads of people saying that it was Rangers' first defeat of the season. I seem to remember Bayer Leverkusen beating them in a game that was played this season, even though it was technically last year. So I'm not quite sure it was their first defeat of the season. But anyway, in terms of domestic teams, it's the first time they've really been challenged in a game this season, and they weren't up for it. There's no doubt in my mind that if we hadn't have gone out the cup to Ross County and we were still in, they would have won last night. They couldn't handle the pressure of being favourites. And for us, that is absolutely brilliant news, because it just shows that when the pressure is on them to win a trophy, they're simply not up for it. So what did we learn last night? Well, we learned that Rangers have a bit of a reliance on a trio of players: Alfredo Morelos, who was suspended, James Tavernier, who played, and Borna Barisic, who didn't start the match. If we can keep that trio quiet when it comes to Ibrox at the start of 2021, I think we've got a good chance of getting a result there. Make no mistake about it, don't listen to them talking about Diddy Cups and the league's the most important thing. The facts are that Rangers winning a trophy at an early-ish point of the season, even though the Betfred Cup is finishing later than most seasons this year, it actually goes over into, I think, February or March, the final is, they've missed a huge opportunity to net that first bit of silverware. They can't do that now. The earliest trophy they can win, I think, is the league now in May. They have missed a massive opportunity. The boost they would have got from winning that first trophy as a team would have been massive. On the flip side, we now have a perfect chance on Sunday to go and win that trophy. Yes, it's last season's Scottish Cup, but it's still a great opportunity for us to show the winning feeling to players like Shane Duffy, Diego Laxalt, Albion Ayeti, David Turnbull, Connor Hazard, Ismaila Soro. Show them what it's like for Celtic to actually win a trophy, because none of these guys have physically seen Celtic win a trophy. It's a huge opportunity for us. Think of what a win at Hampden would do. And can you imagine the boost that Celtic squad, that Celtic dressing room got when they saw the Rangers result last night? Now, if Neil Lennon's asked about it in his press conference, I'm sure he would play it down. He'd say, nah, we're focusing on ourselves. But the truth is that if Scott Brown and Callum McGregor and players like that aren't going around the squad and saying, wow, look at how they dealt with that pressure, let's put more on them, then I will be mightily surprised. Just keep winning, Celtic. It's as simple as that. Just go on a winning run and this Rangers team will crumble. Now, question I've got for you wonderful guys and girls who watch this channel. And I'm asking this, I'm not going to give an opinion. Well, I probably will give an opinion. But anyway, is a draw now a more acceptable result at Ibrox? Now, before last night, I was very much of the opinion that we absolutely have to win at Ibrox at the start of January. We could definitely still do with winning that game. It would certainly be the biggest boost would be winning. But getting a draw now, keeping the pressure on them, putting some seeds of doubt into their mind. Is a draw an awful result in January? Would you take a draw right now if offered it? I know you're all going to reply saying, no, we have to win. I can already see it. And fair enough, I probably do agree with that. But I just wonder if a draw puts some seeds of doubt into their mind and they are going to drop points in the second half of the season when the pressure is on them. I have no doubt about that now. They may drop points on Saturday against Motherwell. I wouldn't totally write that off. When fans are coming back, when they start having injuries to key players like Tavernier, Morelos, Barisic, when, maybe COVID hits, I wouldn't wish that in anyone, of course, but it's a reality of the modern game. This Rangers team, I think, will struggle, and hopefully in that stage we are on a winning run. So the message for me is simple. Rangers are going to bottle it again. How can we capitalise? Just win, Celtic. Just keep winning games. We've not done it nearly enough over the last few months, but just keep winning games. We've not got Europe to contend with anymore. We've only got the Scottish Cup and the league. Just keep winning games and everything will fall into place. The league is still in our hands and we can win it if we go on a winning run. Now, a wee bit of housekeeping for you in terms of Celtic fixtures. We were due to play St Mirren on January the 24th. It's a Sunday afternoon, that one, at 4:30pm. We were due to visit whatever that stadium in Paisley's called now. However, that is also the weekend when the Betfred Cup semi-finals will take place, and as St Mirren are still in that competition, that game in Paisley, Celtic's visit there, will no longer take place. So I think we're looking at a weekend off for Celtic, which is a bit of a rare treat. I can't remember the last weekend we had off other than international breaks. The reason I say that, the other game in hand we've got against Aberdeen at Celtic Park, can't be played then because Aberdeen are playing Motherwell, or are certainly due to play Motherwell that weekend. Another one of our game in hands is against St Mirren at Celtic Park. That was postponed earlier in the season, so that obviously can't take place because St Mirren are in the Cup semi. So we're looking at a weekend off at the end of January. Not ideal, but it's kind of what you would take if it meant that some seeds of doubt have been put into Rangers' psyche ahead of the rest of the season. I'll say it once more, just keep winning, Celtic. Everything will fall into place.